were many men on the street. Many of them would have been nice. One of them, saw that I was walking around lost, and so he came and gave me directions. So I'm referring to any of several nice men on the street. If the sentence were written in such a way that it was clear that I was referring to a particular person, then we would say the. But there could have been many nice men on the street. Yeah. Okay, we did very well. Do you have a question, Toy? You look like you had a question. Oh, no. Okay.
Just what is exit?
What's an exit? An exit is where you go to get outside of something. Yeah, an exit is a doorway, or like in the case of a train station, sometimes an escalator or a stairwell. It's where you go to get out of a place. So if you're at a theater and you have an entrance, so here in this room, we just have one doorway. We come in this door, we go out this door. But in big buildings, like a theater or a bus station, you'll have and then you'll have a way to come in. That's an entrance. And then you'll have a way to go out. That's an exit. Exit. You pronounce it as a... That's how you pronounce it. Exit. 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 An exit is the doorway you go out. An entrance is the doorway you come in. Okay? Okay, very good. You did really well with that. So let's do one more real simple rule, okay? Here are a couple of other words that English speakers and also people learning English, like yourselves, are mistakes that you make. And we want to understand the rule for when you use much and when you use many, when you use less and when you use few, okay? There are special reasons why you use one word or the other. Now, we use much when it's an adjective, okay? It's a modifier. We use much when we're referring to a noun that can't be counted, okay? It cannot be counted. So, can you count tea? No, you can't count tea. You either have tea or you don't have tea. But you can have much tea, you can have much tea, or you can have not very much tea. So we use much to refer to something that can't be counted. So there's much pollution in the air today. You can't really count pollution, you know. So much is used with nouns that do not have plural forms. So let's say we have a bowl of sugar. You know what sugar is. You know, you put it in tea or coffee. Okay, you have a big bowl of sugar. And we wanted to say we have much sugar. Well, we don't, sugar is not a word that has a plural form. We don't say we have many sugars. We just say we have much sugar. So anytime we use much, we're using it with a noun that does not have a plural form. So in the winter, Thailand does not receive much rain. In the late summer months, Thailand does receive much rain, because you can't, you know, rain does not have a plural form. So much we use when we can't count whatever it is we're referring to. We use many with the plural form of a noun that can be counted. So in English we have many rules that for grammar. But there are also many exceptions to these rules. So we use many when we're referring to a noun that can be counted, and it is used with a plural form of that noun. We use much with a noun that cannot be counted and does not have a plural form. Okay? Simple rule. Simple rule. Now, less and few. Less we use with a noun that cannot be counted. This cup has less coffee in it than this cup. Okay? Because you can't count coffee. It's either, you know, much or it's less. We use few and sometimes fewer, and I'll explain to you when we use one or the other. We use few and fewer with nouns that can be counted. Okay? So, there are fewer students in the other class. In this class we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But in that class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not counting the little kid. Okay, so there are fewer students.
Excuse me?
Uh-huh.
I want to see Sophia. May I see her, please? Sophia. ป้าสุรเพชรให้อาหารป้าสุรเพชรwill feed Sophia.
She likes it. She likes it here. She didn't want to leave.
Say hello to everybody.
She's learning English. She's the only dog in Thailand that understands English. Yeah. So, there are fewer students in the other class because students is something you can count. Okay? We wouldn't say there are less students in the other class. We would say there are fewer students in the other class. Fewer. Now,
Teacher, fewer is mean a compare.
it's a comparative. Ran out of room. There are few students in that class. When I say few, I'm just referring to that class and that class alone. I'm not making a comparison. I'm just talking about that class. Okay? But if I said there are fewer students in that class, now I'm making a comparison between that class and this class. And fewer is the comparative form of the adjective few. So if I want to compare that class to this class, I would say there are fewer students in that class than in this one.
Teacher, if few means more than one, use a student.
Yeah.
More than one few.
Well, few means it's, few would be, it could just be one. Let's say there's just one student in that class. There's just one student in that, I mean right now there's 6, but if there's just one student in that class and we have 12 in this class, I could say there are fewer students in that class than in this class. And that would be correct. Fewer just means there aren't as many.
Many.
There are not as many.
Even one student also can use fewer.
Mhm.
Even one student use fewer. Or that class only one student.
Yeah. Well, if there were only one student in that class, probably the best way of saying that is that that class has only one student. And, you know, this class has